I admire you and I respect you for trying to be good to this woman. But it looked like you fighting a losing battle. Dear Shoemake, I don't usually write stuff like this, but I've been holding so much in that it's starting to eat at me. I watch your videos and I can tell you've been through some of the same things, so maybe you'll understand. I'm 28, I work for UPS, and I've got a 4-year-old son named Malik. That little boy means everything to me, and I'd do anything to make sure he grows up knowing his daddy loves him. The problem is his mom. My ex makes that harder than it has to be. We were together for almost 3 years. I never cheated, never put my hands on her, and as a matter of fact, I've never even disrespected her. But I gotta admit, we didn't have the best start. We had only been together for about 6 months before she got pregnant. Nowhere near long enough to really get to know each other. But once Malik was on the way, that didn't matter. I was determined to give my son what I never had, a family. But nothing I did was ever good enough. I would go out of my way to prove that I was faithful. She still would swear I had somebody else. Every time I spoke about the future, she would look at me with this half smile that wasn't really a smile. She didn't have to say a word. Her expression told me she had no faith in what I was saying. I used to think she didn't believe in me, but now I think she doesn't believe in love. Her father left when she was young, and every man after him either lied, cheated, or disappeared. So even when I was telling the truth, her mind was searching for the lie. It didn't matter how much I tried to prove that I was different. In her heart, she was still waiting for me to become one of them. She made it so hard to love her, but through it all, I kept on trying. I found out that you can't outlove someone's trauma. I just wish I didn't have to learn that the hard way. Now, we're not together, but it feels like I'm always walking on eggshells. If I don't respond fast enough to a text, she calls me a part-time daddy. If I try to talk about what's best for Malik, she turns it into a shouting match. I pay child support, I show up for my weekends, I do what I'm supposed to do. But again, nothing I do is good enough. Her goal is to find any reason she can to try to punish me. A few months back, I missed a pickup because I had to work late. I told her I'd be there first thing in the morning. I couldn't believe what she did next. She told my son that I didn't care about him. That one hurt because he looked at me different after that. The next week, she texted saying she was going to take me back to court. Why? For more child support. Not because she needed it, but because she was mad. Then just when I started to accept that this is how it's gonna be, she flipped the script out of nowhere. She called late one night, crying, saying she misses what we had and that maybe we could start fresh. I'll be honest, a part of me still wanted to try, but the next day, she acted like that conversation never happened. Like it was just another way to try to keep me close enough to care, but far enough to control me. I'm just tired. Tired of being the villain, and tired of feeling like I have to choose between my peace and my son. Some nights I pray for strength just to stay calm. Other nights I pray that one day my son will understand, and that he'll see I didn't give up on him. I just ran out of ways to fight without losing myself. Anyway, I don't even know what I'm asking. Maybe I just needed to vent. Maybe I just needed to say out loud that I'm trying, even when it feels like nobody cares. Thanks for listening, man. Marcus. I hate situations like this. I hate them because they're not necessary. And first and foremost, the one that's going to be affected the most in this situation is the child. The child always get the shortest end of the stick when it comes to these toxic relationships that end up producing a child. And I wish, and I'm speaking from experience because I done had my own issues with this, but I wish that we as people would do a lot better job at sticking to the biblical principles of starting a family. I wish that when we go out here and started dating, I wish that it was on our mind to date with a purpose. I ain't just trying to find somebody that I can smash after I leave the club. Or I ain't just trying to find somebody that I can have a reliable source of sex, with. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find somebody that I can connect with, somebody that I can see myself loving, somebody that I can see myself marrying, somebody that I can see being a good wife and a good mother to some potential children. That's the way we really should approach dating and starting families. But it's way too common because of the culture. Look at the stuff we see online. Look at the celebrities and the way they live in their lives. Look at the stuff we see in music. Look at the stuff we've seen people promoting in videos, talking about having multiple girlfriends, pump and dump, have multiple wives, so on and so forth. When you approach picking a mate with that on your mind, you're not necessarily looking for quality because you're focused on quantity. You focus on trying to get your rocks off. You ain't focused on what's gonna happen 10 years down the road when you got an 8, 9, even a 10-year-old, and you gotta figure out where this child is gonna go to school at. You gotta figure out what kind of diet this child is gonna be eating. You gotta figure out are we gonna put him in tutoring? Are we gonna be able to work with him? What sport is he gonna play? What church are we gonna go to? We ain't thinking about none of that. We thinking about trying to get our rocks off way too much in this day and age. And again, I understand because I've been in those shoes. You know what I'm saying? I lived a different type of life before I got saved and before I got married. But I'm speaking from experience, and I'm telling you, for the young guys that's watching this video, for the young women that's watching this video, please be way more intentional when you go out here and you start trying to find somebody that you can love potentially and do things with your body that can potentially cause a situation like this to happen. I ain't beating up on Marcus. I appreciate you for reaching out to me, man. But I just feel like I gotta say it. And I got some advice for you. As I said, I got my own experience with this, so I'm not beating up on you. I'm just speaking to you from a 38-year-old man on the other side of this situation. All right? But I just feel like I gotta say that because, as you know, from my old videos, y'all, I always say, be slow to hire and quick to fire. Why? Because if you mess around and do something like bring a child into the world with somebody before you really get to know them, know their values, know what if they're a moral person, know what's important to them in life. Are they a believer? Are they an atheist? All of that important stuff. If you mess around and do something permanent with a person like that should be temporary in your life, you done set yourself up for a world full of hurt. And I'm trying to prevent people from making these type of mistakes going forward. You know what I'm saying? Learn from the mistakes of others. This is the reason why I wanted to go to this type of format with the channel. But Marcus, now that I got that out of the way, you said you don't even really know what you're asking. But let me just tell you this, bro. I admire you and I respect you for trying to be good to this woman. But it looked like you fighting a losing battle. And it looks like this person is severely traumatized by what you put in this letter or this email, or she's suffering from mental health problems. And until she heals, until she gets the help that she needs, she's always gonna have you on a roller coaster because she feels different from day to day, minute to minute. She's not thinking clearly. She's really immature, and she may not even fully be in control of what she's doing because traumatized people do things. They adopt behaviors, not really even realizing what they're doing. They see that they're hurting people, but that push and pull, that constant push and pull energy that they got in their relationships, it is kind of like it makes them feel like they're being loved and valued. They want to push you away so you'll fight to get back to them, and then now they feel loved and now they feel special, and it's good for a while. But then as soon as things get calm and everything is cool, guess what they do? Push you away so they can restart the cycle. I'm gonna make you chase me and make me feel good. That's not a good way to live your life. And your child is gonna watch you be on a yo-yo string and watch you never be able to be a man that's standing on solid ground and got a solid footing and can really pay attention to him, because you're gonna spend too much of your time fighting with this woman. My advice to you is to keep it as respectful as you can. Never cuss her out. You say you never disrespected her, you never put your hands on her. Continue to be that kind of guy. Continue to be as respectful as you can to this woman, right? Make it all about the child. Deal with her only about the child. Keep it as short and sweet as you can. Preferably communicate with this woman on text. So if anything ever jump off, you got evidence to show that you was always coming from a respectful, mature point of view. Right? Number 2, you need to get your money up, and you need to go ahead and get 50-50 custody, if not full custody, of your child. That woman is somebody that's playing games with a life. She don't even realize that she's hurting that boy. She hurting your son. She traumatizing him. She done been through trauma as a child, and now she's traumatizing her own son. And she don't even realize it because she too focused on that push and pull, that tug of war of love that she's used to. She don't have a good example of what love is. Her example of love is toxic. That junk that she doing, that's what fills her up. And all the while it's draining you. That's gonna make you a less effective man in general. It's gonna make you a really handicapped father. And you can't pour into your son the way you need to if you constantly going through this mental and emotional abuse. So go and fight for custody of your child and remove a lot of men, when they got these type of situations going on, they just go along for the ride because they feel like they have no other choice. I went to court when I was going through something similar to this. I got 50-50 of my child, 50-50 custody of my children. As soon as I got that judgment, it made me feel like I had say-so. It made me feel like I had power. It really, that piece of paper really gave my power back to me. Because now I don't have to jump through hoops. I don't have to do the mental gymnastics. I don't have to allow you to talk crazy to me. I don't have to put up with the drama. I show up, get my children, I leave. I show up, drop my children off, I leave. I do what I'm supposed to do on my end. My children are taken care of. They get what they need. That's all that's important. Anything that I need to discuss further, because it's going to be a time where you need to discuss something, I discuss it in text, and I keep it short and as brief as I possibly can. That right there will give you, it'll give you your as much peace as you possibly can get back. You know what I'm saying? And it's not ever going to be perfect, because the only really perfect way to raise a child is with two parents in the household. I fully believe that. Not saying that it's impossible for you to raise a good, well-rounded kid if you're a single parent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that the best environment for a child and the parents to thrive is when the family unit is still together. I fully believe in that. That's the way God set it up. And until we make that more popular in culture, I feel like we're going to continue to have a lot of problems that come from these broken families. And again, I'm not being judgmental, because my family has experienced the same situation that you're going through. And that's how I know what I'm talking about. Speaking from experience, bro. But that's all I got to say about that, man. If you need me, you know where to find me. And I'll see y'all on the next one. That's it for this video, fam, but we'll be back before you know it. If you got something you want to get off your chest, you can email me at mystory@theshumakeshow.com. And you never know, your story could be the story that end up in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see y'all on the next one.